the main takeaway here for running backs, and feel free to jump in or tell me I'm stupid, but
you're stupid.
I feel like chasing ambiguous backfields for running backs is just failure waiting to happen. Like, you can hit the home run, I guess, but for the most part, there's no home runs to be found with ambiguous backfields this year. 8 of the top 12 running backs as of recording all have 200 plus rushing attempts. And the exceptions, those 4 exceptions to the top 12 are Breece Hall, who we're not factoring in the Thursday night. This was compiled before Thursday night, but
yeah, Breece is now the running back 3, which I did not realize until I pulled up like the rankings of players. I'm like, holy crap.
Well, he was like the RB12 yesterday. So, but you know, prior to Thursday night, I think he had 9 catches Thursday night. So I guess if you factor those in, he has 74 receptions, which is crazy. Jahmyr Gibbs has 5.6 yards per carry and 10 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara has 73 catches, and Bijan Robinson has 48 catches. And those are the exceptions to the rule for the 200 plus attempts. You'll notice a trend
with all these guys, with the exception of Raheem Mostert, who has 25 catches. Christian McCaffrey at 1, obviously 63. Breece Hall, 74 catches. Rashad White, 56. Travis Etienne, 51. Jahmyr Gibbs, 51. Alvin Kamara, 73. Kyron Williams an exception at 47, but then, yeah, you've got Joe Mixon at 47, James Cooks at 40, Bijan Robinson at 48. Like, it is receiving.
Yeah, it's guys, honestly, like the top 20 is littered with players that are kind of just the main guy for their offense, whether that be on receiving downs or in that 200 plus carry threshold range. There's obviously some guys like David Montgomery. I think he's RB13. He's got 200 plus carries. Gibbs is the guy getting the high value touches in the end zone and getting the receiving work. But like, the guys that are good are the guys that get all the work. Rashad White was lower drafted this year, but he has a complete stranglehold on the Tampa Bay backfield. And like, if we would have known that, we would have drafted him higher. But I didn't think he was any good. So I didn't want to draft him.
This is true.
But I mean, he's got all the work. So like, the guys that are good this year at running back are the guys getting all the work. And then those exceptions, the guys in ambiguous backfields. There's really only 2 running backs in the top 12 that are in true ambiguous backfields, and those are Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson. And I qualified a ambiguous backfield as 2 running backs, or at least the other running back getting 150 plus carries. So like a true split. And Gibbs and Bijan both have top 12 draft capital this past year. They're both extremely talented. And when they get the ball, they have shown that they're freaks. So it was
Bijan
always
may be
going to
the
happen.
most gifted running back, and Gibbs is I mean, he's great himself, and the Detroit offense is incredible. So he is wildly efficient.
Yeah. So all that to say, when you're targeting running backs, target guys who get all the work, because the ones that have been in those ambiguous situations, like I remember it was an in vogue thing to go and draft Khalil Herbert or to go target Roschon Johnson from the Bears backfield. They haven't done anything.
Trying to pick the one out of 3, like, you got a 33% chance of making it. And if they're in a committee to begin with, what are the odds they truly hit, kind of thing?
Right. You think, too, like Isaiah Pacheco, I think we thought it was more ambiguous than it ended up being. He's just, when he's on the field, he gets all the work, and he's been pretty good.
He's still in the RB18, though.
Oh, well, there you go. I guess he hasn't been scoring. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Because
he also doesn't catch passes. He doesn't score as much as he should, and he does not catch passes.
That will do it. So, yeah, I guess how I'm going to interpret this season in Dynasty is taking less shots on running backs. I'm going to just buy into running backs that I know are good, that I know have the work for their offense. And I'm just not going to buy into some of the nebulous backfields, the ambiguous backfields, the exceptions to the rule. The guy, because it's going to happen. There's going to be somebody who pops up in the offseason where we're like, oh, they could be really good. Sell that player immediately. Because, like,
Yeah.
there's a pretty decent chance they won't be anything.